Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Andertons TV, and I've got a very special guest today, live from all the way across the other side of the Atlantic. I am talking to my good friend, Mr. Paul Reed Smith, from what looks like a padded cell somewhere in the PRS complex. How is it going, Mr. Smith?
Talking to you makes me feel like I'm in a padded cell. I like it. By the way, don't you call it the pond, not the Atlantic, across the pond?
Yeah, we can do pond. It's a big pond. But yeah, are you okay? Because you are having it bad at the moment.
We're okay. We're okay. There's a few people sick, but we're pretty much okay.
Good.
The people that are a real danger are the older people. We've lost a couple of moms and a dad from it, but I would say that we're okay right now. These are complicated, interesting times that kind of make you walk in circles a little bit because it's not what we're used to in any way, shape, or form. But we're trying to take care of each other. I have my mask here. I was able to take it off for the video. But I would say things are pretty good here, and I hope things are really good there. I'm holding a beautiful guitar. This is Mark Quigley's employee guitar. How many year was it, Mark?
25.
This 25-year guitar. I was wanting to steal it from him because I like the way it sounds. Beautiful sounding guitar.
That is a lovely looking guitar. Well, let's talk about, because we're jumping on a call here to catch up, because we haven't spoken to each other for a while.
Yeah.
But also to talk about, it is a tough time, I think, emotionally for everyone at the moment. I know definitely I've been suffering from this weird fug. I don't even know if fug is the right word, but, my personal life is pretty good at the moment in the sense of, business is pretty good. And I'm very fortunate. I've not, lost any friends or family to the virus. And yet I can't escape this feeling of being a bit down about the monotony of it all. And my solace during this time is to pick up a guitar and play. And I'm very, very lucky in that I get to play with my dear friend, Mr. Peter Honore, Danish Pete, and we've still managed to do some videos through this time. But so I think it's been a real, a really important part of trying to stay a bit sane and a bit normal over the last 3 or 4 months.
So is it called PTSD? What is it called? What is it?
It probably is some form of
All right, so I've been told by some of the very high-level medicine people in this country that everybody's got a form of PTSD because it's even though for us here at PRS, okay, we've got a problem. We kind of put our head down like a bull and charged into it and moved everybody around in the factory and did everything we could possibly do to make everybody safe and played by the rules and try to make sure that we were taking care of our families and our employees, but it's still this thing you're talking about. It's a little makes you uncomfortable in ways you don't really understand. I understand what you're talking about. I have the same feeling.
Yeah, it's super common, and I don't know if men are getting it worse than women, but I definitely think men have there's a predisposition, isn't there? Men are usually rubbish at talking about how they feel to other people, and I think that's there's just no release for that sense of anxiety at the moment. And as I said, I'm super lucky, and I hope everybody else that can play a musical instrument has managed to find some solace in that during this time.
We've sold a lot of guitars during this period of time, which is surprising to me, but I think when you're stuck at home, these things make you feel better. It's been a good time for the guitar industry, which was unexpected.
Yeah, it is odd, and I certainly know I felt a bit of a responsibility to try and do something during that time to, we did a few things where we were trying to help the musicians I can't even say it, Musicians Benevolent Society. And we gave away a ton of guitars to frontline workers just as a way of saying thank you. And I just think it was it was weird. If you'd have said to me in January, there's going to be this pandemic, but actually your business is going to have a couple of the best months it's ever had in its history, I'm going to go like, okay, I can't see how that one pans out. But it does appear,
I wouldn't have
people
believed
have turned
it.
to music.
I wouldn't have believed it if somebody said that. And the other side of it is you giving guitars to the frontline workers. That's special. Nice job. Well done. That's cool.
Well, I think most of the businesses, and that's kind of, we want to talk a bit, because I know you guys have, lots of American firms as well have done their bit to try and help out. So I guess at the moment we're in a situation where globally, there's probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of people who've either picked up a guitar for the first time or have revisited a lost hobby, and would like to get better at playing it. So you want to tell me a little bit about this summer camp thing that's going on in August?
All right, so last year, the Granger brothers and myself and a bunch of teachers here, gifted teachers here in my area, started a music school at Maryland Hall. And this year, Tyler Larson and Tim Pierce and, again, Dennis Chambers are teaching. And we were going to cancel it. But we decided, hey, wait a minute, maybe we can do this virtually. And there's a lot of people signed up at this point, but a lot of worldwide participation. People from Cairo, people from Israel, people from India, Japan, America, England. I mean, it's worldwide what's going on with this school. It's August 10th through the 13th. For $100, you get all 4 days of all the master classes. That's about $5 an hour. A guitar lesson could cost you $50 for an hour, right? And you're going to get Tim Pierce, and you're going to get interactive Tyler Larson and Dennis Chambers. In other words, at the end of their master classes, people are going to be able to ask questions to a moderator. And the fact that you're going to let your watching audience know about this is, I really appreciate it, Lee. This thing's going to go really well. We teach a little different. We teach rhythm, harmony, and melody. So if you have somebody that knows rhythm and harmony, they work. If they know rhythm and melody, they work. But if they know harmony and melody, they don't have rhythm, they don't work. And so you have to learn each part separately. You've got to learn. That would be the rhythm part, and then.
Shouldn't we stand up?
Which would be the melody part, and then the harmony part is more than one note at a time. And if you can combine all three, the rhythm part, the harmony part, and the melody part, you can start playing music. And so we teach this over and over and over again. And so you're going to get to learn groove from the Granger brothers. You're going to get to learn melody and harmony and guitar from Tyler and Tim. And watching Dennis teach is just a hoot. I mean, where his pocket comes from is it's just extraordinary to watch.
So you've got a drummer teaching guitar players rhythm. Is that where Dennis is coming in?
That's exactly correct. That's absolutely right. Carlos Santana and Eddie Van Halen are both drummers. Carlos Santana's a very good drummer.
And that resonates with me. One of the best guitar masterclasses I ever saw was a Paul Gilbert masterclass, where he has a bass drum with a beater, at his feet, and he just talks about this idea of approaching all your playing, not just rhythm, but not just lead, but rhythm as well, and feeling this kind of interesting bass drum beat and tracking your guitar playing to that. And again, I think guitar players have got such a lot to learn from drummers when it comes to rhythm and the notes they decide to accent or not.
I completely agree.
Like
when we're teaching kids, very often we'll sit them on a bass drum.
Yeah.
Because they can't get with the meter, but you sit on a bass drum, you can get with it, right? Thank you for making the point about Dennis teaching rhythm and guitar players. It's really important. It's really important. I've seen Carlos Santana walk up to the front of the stage with a cowbell and a stick and just drill it, playing these very sophisticated rhythms. Eddie Van Halen has extraordinary rhythm. He's a great rhythm guitar player.
Yeah.
Jimmy Herring's a great rhythm guitar player. Tim Pierce is a great rhythm guitar player. Some of these guitar players have great meter, the best. You guys know this. I mean, you live with a guitar in your hands every day. This whole thing that Paul Gilbert you're talking about, it's a good idea. It's just a good idea. Well, I taught a band once, and I spent 2 years in front of the band with a cowbell. And I didn't teach them any chords. I didn't teach them anything. All I was trying to do was teach them how to play with a click, and I would stop and start. And when they got in the studio, when these kids got in the studio 2 years later, they had no problem playing with a click. None whatsoever.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I like as well that the mix you've got, because one of the things that I think Tyler has, Tyler's got one of these abilities that there is a difference. I don't think being a great guitar player automatically makes you a great teacher. And Tyler definitely brings a teaching method, a communicative method to the table here, which is really easy to watch. It balances something that's fun as well as informative. And then Tim, it's like as soon as you dive into Tim's CV, you just go like the list of what he hasn't played on is definitely shorter than the list of what he has played on.
It's true.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's a cool team. And
so
of course,
there's a keyboard teacher
in the mix as well.
There's a keyboard teacher named Benji Parecki who's going to show how keyboards work for all the guitar players and do a keyboard masterclass. Also, Mia's going to do a vocal masterclass. How many times in the band where it's time to do backup vocals and the new guitar player said, well, get up on the mic. I need you to sing the third. If you don't know how to do it, he might not keep the gig.
Yeah. So look, wait, tell me a little bit. So this is a week-long summer camp, right?
Yeah, it's August 10th through the 13th from 11 a.m. to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast of the United States. So if you're in California, it's 8 a.m. it starts. For you guys, it starts more like in the late afternoon. If you're willing to stay up all night, you can do it in Japan. We tried to make it at a time that almost everybody could do it.
Yeah. Do you have to be on it live, or is there an element that you can sort of pick in and out, as and when you want to pick it up?
Well, people are going to do that, but we're going to give a guitar away every day, and we're never going to tell anybody what the specific time is so they'll stay on. We're also going to try and record it for people that couldn't watch some of it, but I want them on, because if you're going to teach these things, don't just come and watch the thing with Tim and not watch the thing with Dennis, or not watch the Granger brothers teach groove. There's going to be so much that we're going to cover. I want people to be a part of it the whole time. So the giving the guitar away and not telling anybody when we're going to do it, they're going to have to leave it on. I like that part.
So what level of ability does someone need to be at to come in on this course and benefit from it?
0. Absolutely 0.
You can take it from 0, can you? And is there an element of going... Is there a sense that even reasonably intermediate and above guitar players will still get something out of this as well?
Absolutely. They're going to do a lot of advanced things. One of the master classes is going to include teaching you how to do the vibratos of all the greats, how to do Eric Clapton's, how to do B.B. King's, how to do all the Ritchie Blackmore's, all the different vibratos. Michael Alt is a genius at this stuff. And he can do it.
Sorry, who's the teacher? Because
Michael Alt's going to do that part. He's going to do the beginning of his thing is going to be beginning guitar, but it's going to get way advanced. That's part of these master classes. We'll start with the basic concepts and then do things that you would have to reach for later. That's the idea, right?
Yeah, I mean, vibrato is your voice, I think, as a guitar player. It's how people hear you when they can't see you and go, oh, that's Clapton or Slash or BB or whatever.
Or
you know,
whatever
it's your thing. So it's starting in that on 10th of August, running for a week. Is that just Monday to Friday?
Monday to Thursday.
Monday to Thursday. And it's accessible to, various levels of guitar player. And do I remember rightly, you said it's $100 to sign up for the week?
Yeah, it's $100. I don't want it to just be guitar players. Bass players, drummers, singers, you name it would be, to watch Dennis talk about how he sets up a deep pocket is interesting for any musician. I was fascinated. I've been around him. He lives in our town. I wasn't going to move when he was talking. I learned so much. We can all empty our cup and learn more. Watching the Granger brothers teach groove is beautiful. I've been a student of theirs for a really long time, and I continue to learn all the time.
Well, I think it's a cool thing. I mean, we can talk all day about the importance of education in guitars. I mean, honestly, it's just one of the most soul-destroying parts of the guitar industry to see so many thousands of boys and girls pick up a guitar at Christmas or, throughout the year and their birthdays or whatever like that. And through poor education, 90% of those players will probably not be playing when they hit 18 years old. And it's so frustrating because it's all about education. It's the cost and the quality of a first-time instrument now is better than it's ever been. Yet it feels like education programs like yours are still, well, they're not prevalent enough. I was going to say they're not prevalent at all, but they are. I mean, you've got people like Tyler and his contemporaries doing amazing stuff all year round, but it's still not uncommon to just hear stories of people that start with all the best intentions and just for some reason the engagement with the tutor just isn't there and it just goes by the wayside.
Well, I have a question for you and Pete. Would you and Pete be willing to do a master class at the one next year?
Sure. Well, an online one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, man, we would... I'm sure Pete could teach a bucket load of stuff. I don't know what I would teach, just how to blag... the all-time guitar blagger.
Do you want to repeat that so you can use it? You want to repeat that so you can use it?
It is. This would be the best masterclass you've ever had. How to get away with next to no talent, but still somehow get away with it.
That's not true. Whatever, actually, something I'm going to take exception here. You're actually a very good guitar player. You and I have played together before, and the thing that's nice about the way you play is it's musical. It's always about the music. It's not about making your fingers move really fast. So I'll go with a musical guitar player every day than a typist. That's not doing anything for me.
I literally feel like now would be the time to jump off this call on a high with that endorsement ringing in my ears. Should we? We haven't said yet where people need to go. So what will flash up on the screen now, and will also be in the comments below, in the description below, will be exactly the web address. And is there do they have to sign up by a certain date?
It's at Maryland Hall. If they click on it, it's literally just like that. You can sign up, and you'll be given a code and a website to go to watch this. You'll have you'll have your own private code to get in, and that'll come the second you register.
Well, I'm super keen to find out, some experiences. Would love to, maybe I can catch up with Tim or Tyler, maybe even during the week. I don't know. Maybe they want to maybe I can catch up with them over breakfast one morning and just see how it's going or something like that.
That would be beautiful.
It sounds very, very cool.
Well,
I hope you get hundreds or thousands of people signing up for it. It sounds like a really cool event. You've obviously put a lot of effort into this.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this. I appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Well, look, stay safe. Mask back on. Keep making beautiful guitars.
Wait.
Give my love to all your
so I'll
team.
do that for you. We don't want Maryland to be a hot spot again.
It's a good look, man, and everybody should do it. Right, okay, look, take it easy, man.
Love you, thank you.
I'll speak to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
See you soon.
All right, bye-bye.